So, I just don't want freaking Larry Butts hanging over me for a whole week. Although, maybe. And this shows my nature as a contrary person. Maybe I'm being unfair to him. He is, after all, at least an easy voice to do. Alright, well, let's first examine his room while he's right there. Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Or the definition of peaked in middle school. Accurate. Hey, Captain. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed, Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Oh no. No, she's not in this game though, right? She takes the third one off. This is just her presence. Oh, she's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with her real, genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Oh, thank God. Never before could I think Larry Butts could give me a sentence that would be such a relief on my soul. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Oh man, that was a real roller coaster of a first thing to look at. Hey Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? I try. Hate when the characters say something in another character's voice. So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? Huh? It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. So, why is this security room the inside of a spaceship? Or a submarine, for that matter. Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey Larry, what are they? Did you say Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Those screens there show what's going on all over the building. Everywhere. It's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. How do you know that, Larry? Well, because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you were thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? You know, budgets, if you don't use it all, you get less next year. I guess he drinks juice. Something smells. Hey, Donnie. Yeah, it's the butts. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Is the butts. Hey, Katie. Successfully DM'd the big final boss encounter. Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you going to do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even my own pros could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, it tired you out good. Yeah. There was a lot going on and it was a long. We haven't had a session go that long in ages. Also, yes, Donnie and Kitty, you both showed up later. We did get a jump scare where we found out that Wendy Oldbag works there and is Larry's boss, but she's on vacation. So she's still taking this game off. So we have this grace. Huh, that's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. Wait a second. Is it meant to be this thing is indicating? That doesn't look like a tea spilled to me. Alright, I think that's everything here. Okay. This is the perfect time to draw and watch. I will miss this once the school year starts, so I better make the most of it. Oh yeah, it's true. You're gonna have to get those early weekday nights. So you can have energy for the little ones. Alright, now let's go do all of this. There's a lot. Okay. Hey Larry, something I want you to look at. Hey, Nick, I told you, I'm a pro. You don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright? Oh, is that right? Oh, actually, I've got time for you though, Maya. We're gonna have to squeeze this guy if we want to get more info out of him, huh? Squeeze him? Does that mean... Do I have a way to squeeze him? Let's see, newspaper article... No fingerprints. Maybe the office buzzer? No. Okay, well what about this newspaper clipping? I feel like this is supposed to be relevant. Wow, really? No? Okay. Do I have a way? Blackmail. Interface golden statue. What's for the change? What if I show you a picture of Desiree? Is that gonna make you act weird? No? Oh, do I have to talk to you first? So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kid has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, yes. So tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes. You're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLight was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I'll get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors. All the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. I hear they're a paramilitary organization? But no. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long, and then contribute nothing. Shocking. The night of the crime. In this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time, and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? God. Fucking damn it, Larry. You can't make this easy, can you? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Could be worse, there could be like 5. It's true. Looks like I'm going to have to break his psych locks after all. I have to assume. And do you still not say anything if I do other stuff? Do you have something to say about the blackmail letter? No? Okay, yeah, I don't think he's gonna say anything. Although, wait a second, what if I... Damn it, fine. You wanna get mind crushed? We can get mind crushed. Get freaking mind crushed. Okay, the night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? Phoenix, I think you mean Mrs. Delight here, but that's fine. But that was that. And this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1. Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... So I found out 1 a.m. 1... And no fingerprints on it. Is it the office buzzer? Is it just the fact that he died? Like, this one we know is when he was freaking outside. But I don't think that's gonna actually mean anything, right? And no fingerprints on it would imply that that didn't happen. I feel like this is not set up for me to be saying it's the murder, but is it the fact that he found the wallet? Oh, whatever. Oh, okay. That seemed very obvious, but... This wallet. You know about this, right? Oh, I've never seen it before. Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building? You asked too much, Larry. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 o'clock p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. This would be because either the key card or... Okay, I think it's just the key card. Larry, you sweet dumb son of a bitch. When you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Why does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard? Probably keycard says at the time, yeah. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes. Someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. No. God damn it, Larry Bugs. The night of the crime. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry. There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? Oh boy, Maya, you had to ask him. Got a bad feeling about this. Yeah. My Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and... he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah? So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How could I ever make it up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything. Just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry, leave the game and never come back. Hey Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick. But game, I already tried to do that and you wouldn't let me. He would never. Yeah, he wouldn't. That's not necessary, Nick. You don't have to threaten me. I'll tell you what I know. I know it's tough to tell, but I'm really sorry about what happened. Wow. I've never seen Larry look so serious. I actually believe him? Yeah, he's like a totally different person. In that case, maybe you and I should get reacquainted. What do you think about the Magatoma now? I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant? This is one of Karane's greatest treasures. I used to have zero interest in all this old junky stuff, but now that I'm a new person, well, I can kinda see the appeal. Hey, got it. Why don't we all go visit one of those musty old temples next time? I think I could actually learn to like this new Larry. Yeah, he still hasn't told us anything useful. I can't believe they're setting up for Case 5 like that. Okay, game. I see your game. Listen carefully, okay, Nick? I know you don't think much of me as a person, but I'm no thief. And I would never wear a goofy getup like that. Nobody ever accused you of being a thief. It's too much work for me. Making plans, writing calling cards, etc., etc. I'd rather just pull a dine and dash at a burger joint. Burgers? I love burgers too. Really? Well, how about it? Wanna go on a burger date tonight? At least pay for the food, because I'm not defending you again. Okay, it's all gonna be the same. Camera data? Alright, that's not the same. Security camera photo. This is the thief, which makes sense. This is gonna just be a treasure thing again, right? Yeah, I thought so. Blackmail letter. So what about this? Huh? Maya, you shouldn't have. A love letter for me? No. Sorry. This is a blackmail letter. What? How do you know about that, Maya? Huh? How much is Alexis demanding this time? Huh? Who is this, Alexis? Didn't we show him this letter yesterday, too? I'm pretty sure we did. That's the wallet I found. You found it when you snuck out of work to get socked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get socked in the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work, I would have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to. Larry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, I'm gonna miss this job when I lose it in like a day or two. Maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old water glass as half full. Am I right? Now he's starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick. Half full. So was this the card that was used by the culprit that night? Well, going off the serial number, then yeah. This card was used to open the CEO's office door at 1 o'clock in the morning. The client had this card, right? Then it's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. Yeah, thanks a lot. Publicity photo. Gonna say, yeah, thief, okay. Damascus brooch. Okay, I would say about that, that's fair enough. King's list, maybe? No, okay, that makes sense. You wouldn't know anything about that. What about the office buzzer? The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Okay, nothing about the autopsy report. Oh, about newspaper clipping. Nope, okay, I guess that's Ron instead then. What about the profiles? You're 26 years old, right? Don't you think it's about time you took a long, hard look at your life? Sure. The only time you can really screw up and hope you recover from it is when you're young. Huh? Well, I guess so? Naturally, I'm not talking about you, Maya. You're already perfect. It's hard to imagine Larry not screwing up at any age. Hey, I remember her. That's Maya's big sister. Wow, you really do remember. Yeah, who could forget? Couple of gorgeous sisters? Hubba hubba. And by gorgeous sisters, I don't mean you two. I mean specifically her massive... You hear that, Nick? Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's right. I defended Larry. Mia was still alive. Wow, you've got even cuter than the last time I saw you. Oh, really? Yeah, you look totally different than 2 years ago. Don't you think, Nick? Maybe it's because we're always together, but she looks pretty much the same to me, as if we've just used the same drawing over and over. Seeing her makes me remember how important it is to stay young at heart. Even when you grow up, you gotta keep the part of your heart that's still pure. You're so right about that. I'm impressed that you can still think like that, Larry. After all, you went through some pretty tough times as a kid. Huh? I did? Something tells me it's more about self-induced amnesia than having a pure heart. Okay, so Larry has now gone out of his suspicious arc. This is good. With Maya, I feel like they just raised their image by a little. That could be the case. Ron. I'm really sorry, Nick. I swear I want to change my ways. But the thing is, I just don't have any interest in men. This guy really needs to get his mind out of the gutter. Larry's your stereotypical guy, alright. Oh, this guy? The detective? He was here before, drilling me with a ton of questions. Really? Like, what did he ask? Let's see. I can't remember. Huh? Well, you know, it's just a bunch of boring stuff. Poor Detective Gumshoe. That's probably gonna be things that are, yeah. Nothing about guys, okay. Same thing with Luke, that's fine. I regret doing this, but... That Desi is one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. A long time, huh? Yeah. Well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think even he knows what he's saying anymore. Whoa. Who is this?
Come on, man, don't hold out on me.
Forget about it. You don't need to know, and I'm not telling you.
Hey now, I thought we were pals. I got a major thing for girls with black sleeveless shirts and glasses.
How do you know that?
And if they have an orange-colored memo pad, I really lose my cool.
He has to be making that up. He can't really know Adrian, can he?
I'm 25 now. It's about time I started giving some serious thought to my life.
Good. That's the way to be. What exactly are you thinking about, though?
Well, you know, my future, my dreams.
Larry, when exactly does this future of yours start?
A man's life begins at 30. That's my theory anyway. I figure I got another 5 years of guilt-free screw-ups before I have to buckle down.
Larry, I think... Forget it. We're just gonna have to have a nice long talk next time. Nothing about Godot, which is not weird. And King Bullard.
The CEO of our company, he was a pretty good guy.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, you bet. You know how I'm not very good about working hard, right?
Yeah, I kinda noticed.
Well, guess what the boss said to me about that?
I don't expect much work from you, Larry. In return, just don't expect much pay.
I see.
I guess he had to follow some kind of dumb law about having security here in the building?
So in order to pay the lowest wage possible, he went to the bottom of the barrel.
To be honest, I really looked up to the boss. If I ever grew up to be a CEO, I want to be just like him. And don't worry, Nick. I promise I'll hire you for security.
Oh, man. I think I would rather be homeless on the street having to beg than have Larry Butts be my boss. And based on what happens between this and Apollo Justice, I'm pretty sure Phoenix feels the same. Even if he chose what he did anyways. Emergency buzzer.
I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier.
Yeah,
I heard it. So that was you, huh?
you're a security guard, aren't you? Why'd you come to the CEO's office?
Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary.
It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet.
Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
It must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right?
Of course I did. And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either.
Do you think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please?
Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya.
What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry can make a mistake like...
Whoa.
What is it? What's wrong?
I made a mistake.
Huh? But how?
It can't be. It's impossible.
Okay, enough already. What about the records?
That night, it went off just once. In the morning. At around 1 a.m.
1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened.
Really? Are you serious? Well, that's terrible. It can't be.
Buzzer record added to the court record. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office.
You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where is the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know?
What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record?
Huh? The record? No, nothing at all.
This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Okay, well, I guess that was it for this. Hey, Gumshoe, guess what? Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Oh, never mind. It's still the same thing as last time. Okay. That must be something where we're supposed to ask Ron about it. Okay. Security rooms, masks hideout, main exhibition hall. I don't think that's going to be relevant to you, so let's go to the detention center. Damn, really? Okay. No, Maya here. October 13th, Woodley Taylor, main exhibition hall. The Treasures of Karain exhibit is all ruined now. Maya. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. And a guy died and ruined it? That sucks. Maybe I can cheer up somehow. Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? Sure. Maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask the Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa. That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Oh, wow. That was surprisingly easy. Are these all new? That's probably where the Sacred Urn was going to be displayed. Yeah, I guess so. Should I put my attorney's badge there? You know, as a replacement? I think it's a little too small for that. Oh, man, last time a woman told me that was Dahlia Hawthorne. What about my Magatama? Now you're being silly. That's definitely too small. Okay, I think these are all things we've seen before. Piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's the title in English. 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it. Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. It's the folding screen of Karain's sacred writings. I can't read what it says on it. Really? But I thought it was some kind of important spell. Ah, yeah. My mother read it and taught me to memorize it. I'll be in trouble if I ever forget it. Looks like the Karain channeling school is teetering dangerously on the edge. They're just a bunch of old urns. These really treasures, too. Of course they are. This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it? Well, yeah, I guess so. So all it takes to be a treasure is age. No wonder nobody likes museums. Wow, this is incredible. It's a tiny version of my whole village. Hey, I've got a great idea. We can make a miniature of your office, Nick. I don't know about that. The whole place is overflowing with junk. You'd die before you finish painstakingly recreating that mess. Well, we could always clean it up first. True. Yeah, I think that was all the same. I wish... Because the game... This must just have to do with, like, the basic memory that the game has and the GBA and stuff had. Because it can remember if you've seen something in like one day, but if you move to the next day, it's all new again to it. But sometimes they mix in things too. Basement warehouse. October 13th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So, how is it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask the Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Aww. I do like when Adrian smiles. It's kind of nice to see. Playing with fire tonight. I didn't actually make tea for this, but I'm pretty sure this is not going to go too long. So I think we'll be okay. That pathetic looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a worthless box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd been better if Master Mask taken the box, too. I still don't get why Phoenix is being such an asshole about the box. It's fine. Detective Atme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. But that was obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Atme was the real thief, it's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. But please be gentle with it. This is the camera and computer that Detective Atme set up, huh? That's what he said. And yet he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Atme, Mask the Mask, allow that to happen? I wonder why he would have a perfect alibi for a murder. Yeah, I'm sure it's just a coincidence. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. Haha, I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kinda doubt it. Aha, I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. I really don't. Maybe this makes more sense in Japanese, but they just completely gave up on trying to fully capture it. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, it's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay. To me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Oh yes, the stepladder joke. Look, a ladder. That's a stepladder? So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere. This will they, won't they get... They go get burgers for your birthday is killing me. Take a hint, Phoenix. Oh, man. Oh, wrong thing. I want to hit this. Looks like the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn.
Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said that we're not allowed in there. I keep expecting there to be new stuff, but this is mostly the same. It looks... Ooh, looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
He finally confessed he also likes burgers in the season finale. I don't see how the color of that paint is in any way important. There's kind of a confession at the end of this. This is... This is probably the one game with Phoenix in it that is the most... It tries to say he's at least kind of interested in girls. Yeah, it's not just because of Dahlia Hawthorne earlier. We'll see this more in the final case. Now, regardless of which orientation you think Phoenix has, by the time Apologist goes around, he's noped out of relationships, and he goes into just being his father, his dad era. But yeah, straight washing Phoenix. It says Organi.
No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters.
Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess.
Yeah, so you should feel right at home, right?
The statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right?
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it?
Well, if someone moved it, it was probably Mask the Mask.
Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami while he stole the urn.
Hey, cut it out. You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. Well, I'm glad I did all that. Well, there was one or two different things, but I think it was mostly the same. Slide over here. Hello, Adrian. Have I presented everything to you? I feel like I have, right?
I owe a great deal of thanks to that badge. It's the only reason that I'm still here today.
Oh, come on now. That's not true.
I think what Nick means to say is, it wasn't thanks to the badge, it was thanks to me. Tell the truth, Nick. I know that's what you were thinking.
No way, Maya. Okay, that's the same thing.
The Treasures of Crane exhibit is my first job after last year's ordeal, and I really wanted it to be a success.
I've got an idea. Why don't you redo the whole poster?
You could put something like, voted Best Treasure Exhibit by Mask the Mask.
Why, Maya, that's a fantastic idea. That was actually new, okay. I hired Detective Atme for security before we even received a calling card. I suppose that was a mistake. Atme, Mask the Mask, sent a calling card to the very exhibit he was hired to guard.
I wonder if it was because he knew it would be easy to steal.
Yes, he should have also known that he could easily become a suspect. I thought the whole exhibit would be burdened up by something shiny and gold. That's why I went to the trouble of borrowing it from a Branch family training hall.
A gold statue is totally cool in my book.
It arrived rather late, so I thought I wouldn't be able to put it on display. By the way, it looks like the statue was moved on the night of the theft. Do you know anything about that? Huh? No, it certainly wasn't me that moved it. Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? See, so this is why the investigation takes so long, because I do all this right. But also, sometimes it's hard to know when the game expects you to prompt them for something. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's people who, like, they pick up on the logic the game is right away, but I'm very bad at that, in general. I don't think it's always clear either, but also specifically here, I think that's, like, why? So this is part of the advantage, like, not only am I fishing for all the different dialogue you can get. But also, if you just do everything, there's not a chance you miss something.
The security camera was provided by Lordly Taylor Department Store. I took a close look at it on the day after the theft. The timestamp on the photo is definitely real.
Okay, that's the same.
Detective Atme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief.
Okay, yeah, that's the same dialogue as before. I was like, I think that's the same.
I'm sorry I can't help more, but I'm so busy taking care of everything in front of me. I still haven't given up on the Treasures of Coraine exhibit. Oh, Miss Andrews, I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Looks like the treasure exhibit is the only thing she has on her mind. Okay, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Also same thing, which makes sense. Okay, that one was unlikely, but it could have happened. Okay.
You've certainly changed since I last saw you 7 months ago.
Really?
Yes, you look like you've bulked up a little.
Well, now that she mentions it, I guess I've gotten a little stronger.
You're such a dork, Nick.
Okay. So, we'll get there. This might be setting up for a little bit of something later. Because I think... Because, like, in the second game, Phoenix busts down the door into the channeling chamber. Because Maya's in there. And similarly, and at the rate I go through these games, Donna, you'll probably actually be at the school year time by then. After Von Karma knocked him out, he had that overcoming trauma by hitting the gym arc. He has an impressive physical act he does in the final case of this game.
I'm sorry, I don't know as many people as I used to, so there really isn't anything I can tell you about that person. Miss Faye, I'd love to introduce you at the exhibit if you don't mind.
Really? I'd be happy to do whatever I can to help. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe I could sing a song? The Master of Coraine? Or the Spirit Song? Or perhaps Maya's theme?
That sounds wonderful. I had no idea such songs actually existed.
Well, they don't. Yet. I was going to make Nick write them.
Be serious.
She's such a cute little girl. I'm deeply in her debt for what she did 7 months ago.
Her name is Pearl. She's training to be a spirit medium.
Training at such a young age, that's very impressive. Well, as a fellow career woman, I salute her.
Career woman, huh?
I guess that's one way to look at spirit mediums, since they're all women. Now we're on the light.
Now, I realize I should have called the police. As soon as I got that calling card for Mask the Mask, I mean.
Yeah, I guess you should have.
Well, now Detective Gumshoe has one more failure to add to his list.
Maya, come on, don't be mean to Gumshoe. Oh? You mean he's not a very good detective?
It's a good thing he's not here to hear us talking about him. Okay.
So Detective Atme was actually Mask the Mask.
She really seems depressed.
I can't say I blame her. She's the one who hired the fox to guard the hen house. About Desiree.
I'm really terrible at judging people, I guess. I should have learned my lesson after what happened 7 months ago.
But I didn't. I got taken in by this flim-flam detective.
Don't feel so bad. After all, we're here to help.
Yes, Mr. Wright is a really wonderful man, isn't he?
That should have made me happy. But she just admitted she's terrible at judging people.
Oh, come on. I can tell you're happy anyway.
I almost feel like this is trying to angle like maybe he's a little interested, but that's not what I'm talking about, though. The straight washing Phoenix is really the final case that does it. And that thing with Dahlia, too, but... Yeah, I wish I didn't have to know about Larry either. Godot? No? And you wouldn't know Kane either, right? Okay, let's talk to you.
I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along.
Looks that way right now.
It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the mask to guard the treasures.
Don't blame yourself. You're just doing your job.
Hey, Nick. She wants to apologize. You should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again?
About 20 days ago.
And when was it that the mask calling card arrived?
That was about 10 days ago.
So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard.
I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all.
I guess so.
What? So Mask the Mask murdered someone as well?
Well, that's how things look right now.
Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time.
Well, you're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible.
Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme?
No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him.
He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself.
Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask the Mask pretty well.
I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back.
Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it.
What is it?
Not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different.
Really?
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews?
No, I don't know anything. Why would I?
Really? Really, Adrian? You gonna do this? After freaking Larry? Cyclops.
What do you think this means, Nick?
It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Okay, wait a second. Oh, maybe I just need to do it then. Okay. I thought maybe it was going to be the case whether, like, you need to get the urn back. Thought this bit was over. Psych! Lock. Because currently we don't have it. Freaking Maya is... Not Maya. Pearl is out with it, so... Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
Nisemono? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that urn that was submitted at the trial is genuine?
Ooh. To be fair, I think you made like these investigation bits better since there's less bookkeeping of the ejections and coffee. That's true. I mean, the trials are when things come together more. Because usually, even when the investigation works, it's only giving you clues to get you to like 70% of the way there, and you gotta finish it on the day, see where it all comes together. But it is kind of nice not to do these bookkeeping things that I do. Although, I mean, we might get... I don't know if Godot actually drinks coffee if you're looking at him straight on. So I think I can't do this right now. I think we need Pearl to come back. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. But what I don't get is... I mean, Pearl didn't show up here. Do you have anything new to say? No. These won't have to do with that. October 13th, Atby Detective Agency. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops.
What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually masked the mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen.
Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case.
But wasn't he in charge of the mask investigation all the way up to yesterday?
Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal."
Points for the quality of the impression. Yeah, you say so, Phoenix. But I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Oh, we can't even investigate anything. The cops are in the way. Okay. I did that. Desiree doesn't have anything. Oh, okay. It's the weirdest... Okay, fine. October 13th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Ah, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore.
Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you?
Well, you see...
On the same night the Sacred Urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it.
Okay.
These aren't going to be... Oh, they might be different. Smile, you're on candid camera. That's the same thing. What about him? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He looks pretty nervous, standing near someone who went from thief to murderer overnight. Alright, well... What do you think about this?
I don't really think I can help you with that. No, that's not it. It's just that the thing is, I don't really know if I can say what... Why...
I didn't really catch that.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Oh, Magatama. Treasure exhibit.
That's kind of strange.
What is it? What is?
Up until now, Mask the Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did he suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want?
You make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft.
Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn.
Okay. This calling card, did you send this?
No, that is, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already.
It's true. You did get that blackmail letter after all.
What about Detective Atme?
Could he be the one that sent it? Looks that way. Can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, that night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. Wow, this is cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah? It's one of our most valuable treasures.
If I ever get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lordly Taylor to check out the whole Treasures of Karain exhibit.
Okay, I guess. Just promise me you won't steal anything, okay?
Oh, don't worry. We'd be going when I'm not on the job as Mask the Mask.
Well, that's reassuring. Camera data. Nope, nothing there. Security camera photo.
This photo, this has gotta be the real Mask the Mask.
I'm sure it is. I know Mask the Mask when I see him.
Yes, but this isn't you, right, Mr. Delight?
Well, no. I was at KB Security then.
So then, I guess it really is Detective Atme after all.
Alright, that's the same thing as earlier.
So is this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO, Kane Bullard?
I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a keycard.
And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security.
Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then.
I was at KB Security at around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the keycard.
So is that when you dropped it?
I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier.
What are you still doing with this keycard anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security?
Well, of course I returned it. Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter.
With the blackmail letter?
Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office.
Okay, publicity shot.
Oh, I didn't know Mask the Mask had become so famous.
Yeah, I actually bought this publicity photo.
Really? Well, I'd be happy to sign it if you like. I'll even add behind bars.
Yes, please, please.
Looks like Ron has totally forgotten about what happened at the trial today. He was declared not guilty of being Mask the Mask. Alright, weirdly he doesn't have anything to say about his brooch. What about Kane's list? This list. We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard.
Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask the Mask stole.
That's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000.
Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items?
Numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that.
I guess he knows about the stuff because he used to be a security guard.
That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket.
Hee hee. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise.
Does this buzzer have something to do with the case?
Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. Anything about this, nothing about that.
Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
But Mask the Mask, he must have gone away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask the Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight?
That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself.
Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping update in the court record. About first heist, guard in photo is Ron Delight.
But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective.
Detective Atme found the mask disguise? That's interesting.
Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him.
So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this.
Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
That must have been really time consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now.
Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up.
How's a record?
The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed.
Oh, that's scary.
Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, I'm not surprised by how clueless he is anymore. Oh wait, I almost forgot. All the so long.
A great lawyer and so young. You really are an inspiration. I bet you make lots and lots of money, don't you?
That doesn't sound right coming from a thief, if you know what I mean.
What do you think about this?
Hmm,
Oh wait, no, that's the same thing, okay.
I'm sorry. I suppose you could say I'm nothing but a terrible lowlife.
Why do you say that?
This is the first time I've ever had to actually face a victim of one of my crimes.
I guess he's talking about the sacred urn.
Yeah, but I thought that you weren't the one who stole my urn.
That's true about the urn, I guess. Maybe I should give up this life of crime and try becoming a professional cowbell player.
Why? Okay. Nothing about Purro, which is not weird. We don't have her with us.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but sometimes I wonder if I'm really cut out to be a thief.
Well, isn't that obvious?
It doesn't suit you at all.
I knew it. I guess I'm not the only one who came to that conclusion. This is the detective that was in charge of the Mask investigations. He was so happy when I surrendered yesterday that he actually shed tears of joy.
What? Gumshoe cried? Really? Was it a single manly tear? Or did he let loose and sob?
Sobbed. I started weeping myself too. It was truly infectious. A truly moving moment, if I do say so myself.
That must have been one heck of a beautiful scene.
If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I'm convinced that these two are blind.
Once I decided to become a thief, I started studying like crazy.
Studying? Like what? Petty Larceny 101? The history of pilfering?
Huh? No, but I watched a lot of movies and read a lot of novels about great thieves.
Oh yeah? I admire you for doing your homework, if for nothing else.
All the great ones had their own trademarks. Flashy costumes, calling cards, unique laughs, and catchy slogans like, "Farewell, my friends." I figured I needed to do a good job with that if I was going to make a splash.
Yeah, I guess you really can't say goofy stuff like that unless you're a master thief. Farewell, or we shall meet again. You know, hokey stuff like that.
He's an ace detective, all right. He's been hot on my trail ever since the first heist.
Yes, but you made a pretty stunning confession in court today. It was me all along. I am Mask the Mask.
I don't know what to say. I guess he's just delusional.
That's exactly what your wife said about you.
Desi, she really has a thing against criminals.
Do you have any idea why that is, Mr. Delight?
Well, if you want to know the details, you'll have to ask her. But the thing is,
After I lost my job at KB Security, I needed to earn money to keep Desi satisfied. Lots of money. But I just couldn't seem to find a good job. That's why I wound up becoming the thing that Desi hates most. A thief.
And we know it's because she was helped by a couple of hoodlums and he helped save her, but yeah. Nothing to say about Adrian Andrews, that's not weird. Mr. Raz, are you doing a strong sad from Homestar Runner voice for Ron? I don't think I actually know strong sad from Homestar Runner, so no. I also think it has morphed, because I don't think this was how I was doing it last time. I think I've now made him even higher and breathier, but I'm trying to give him a pathetic voice, but not like my up here Meekin's the more pubescent voice, because he's 23. Honestly, my Meekin's voice is just a bad attempt to do the Gakuro voice from Weekly Manga Recap. You probably have nothing to say about Larry, right? Yeah, no. Oh my god, okay. I don't know why it's always the second page, so it throws me off.
Isn't he great? I wish I could be half as cool as him. Besides, he's the only one that really believed me when I said I was the thief.
Hey, hang on a second. This is the guy that had you arrested for murder.
I still don't think that makes him a bad person.
What in the world do you see in that coffee-crazed prosecutor?
Mr. Bullard, my old boss. It's so sad.
Do you have any idea what might have happened? Is there anyone that might have wanted him dead?
Oh, yeah, sure. Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. He did lots of threatening things to people.
Wait. Do you mean he scared people? Or that he would threaten them with blackmail?
Well, I guess they're kind of the same, right?
Okay. Alright. Blackmail letter, mask. Okay, mask the mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask the Mask?
Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Oh. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask the Mask in this photo,
It's gotta be Detective Atme.
the night of the crime. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right?
Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should.
Alright, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door.
That's probably when he dropped his wallet.
When I went to the CEO's office, someone was in there.
Someone?
Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam!
Okay, game, you can't just make the silhouette freaking at me. Come on. I was gonna assume that anyways, as would anyone playing this game. But still.
Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. Actually, it looks like if you go into your profiles and go over to Luke Atme, it's just that but black. Person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the light I saw left me speechless.
dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body.
So that's why you put it in the safe?
Yes, that's right.
Why? Why would you touch the dead body? It's such a dumb idea.
I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay, and what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that. Why you were fired?
Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security?
How did you? I'm begging you, please don't tell Tessie, please.
Don't worry, you haven't told anyone yet.
Ooh, thank goodness. No, I mean, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Why have you been hiding it from her anyway?
Tessie would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief, she'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Tessie spends money like it's water. No job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway.
So he became Mask the Mask for Desiree, huh? Okay, except that very clearly being a security guard at KB was... oh, whatever.
This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got?
No, of course not. This is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location.
So, do you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Eminon heist. That first letter, it said,
I know you did it.
So someone found out about your true identity, just like that?
I've known many Desirees in my life, and only one wasn't trouble. Yeah... It's... because there are certain names that just tend to have that... they kind of almost tend to shape the person they're attached to. Like, it's not like you have to necessarily live up or down to a name. Destiny is another one. Ooh, yeah.
Someone found out about your true identity, just like that?
It's not easy being a master thief, you know.
I've got proof that it was you, so give up.
It went on to say,
Almost every Destiny I knew were redheads. Huh.
so in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal.
Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up?
Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000.
Don't say anything about me being worried, you know.
After that, I started getting the plans in the mail.
I mean, 3 of them, that is still pretty strong correlation, though. Like, obviously, that's not a bunch of data points, but even for one person, meet 3 Destinies and they're all redheads.
Plans?
Heist plans.
What are these plans you're talking about?
They were instructions on how to steal a crown, or painting, or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
So you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Oh my god, Ron DeLay, you sweet, dumb, innocent bastard.
It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron Delight was Mask the Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail.
All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail.
Can you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So you went after the Sacred Urn because of one of these plans too?
Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal.
Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth?
Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay?
Ron's testimony added to the court record. From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
Yes, but please don't hurt me.
Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him?
Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word.
Mystic Maya!
Hey, Pearly!
I'm back!
Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time?
The Sacred Urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined.
And, what did you find out?
Well, there's no need to worry. They say it's the real urn.
Woo, that's a relief. I was really worried.
But there's one small problem.
Problem?
These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
See, the way that Ron Delight's voice shifted and then going into Pearl, maybe I should have fixed T. It's okay. I'm pretty sure we're nearly done. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? You gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal.
Yes, Mr. Nick, we've got to find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there.
Please don't forget about me.
Sacred Urn refiled into the court record. Found in Atmy's office, covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. Alright. Wait, did I get anything else? On testimony. No. Okay. I think now we have to go back and we can finally do the thing. So I need to go to... I went to the wrong place. That's fine. From here? Yes, okay. Alright, Adrian. I do respect that sometimes they do that where, like, you can do a psych lock right away. But other times, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you can't do this. Now, I think this was not a great example of doing that. I think it's usually better when they hit you with one early and you have to do a lot more to unlock it. But October 13th, Lordley Taylor, basement warehouse.
Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time.
Wait, do you actually want me to look around at... Oh, come on. Okay, good. It's not everything changed. Okay, thank God. This box that I keep insulting to Maya, one of the most important people in my life. There's something about it that's bothering me.
That's the box that the sacred urn was in.
It, it looks like there's some pink paint on it too.
And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
Alright, let's investigate again, Nick.
Urn box added to the court record. A wooden box that had the sacred urn in it has pink paint stains on it. Let's slide over here. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shockingly pink.
Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint marks added to the court record. Completely dry. The box of the sacred urn fits in the gap perfectly. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Alright. Adrian, you've got some explaining to do. I think I need to do these in that, but I'm gonna actually...
See? We got our sacred urn back.
That's really wonderful. But we're not entirely convinced it's the same urn. Miss Andrews, we want you to cooperate with us. What a magnificent box. You're not going to throw us off the trail with flattery. I want to know about the paint on this box. Well, I'm sure I don't know anything about that. Some people just have a natural gift for lying. Adrian's not one of them. Miss Andrews, about the paint that's all over the wall. Oh, look at that. It looks like paint, all right. Isn't that funny? I never noticed that before.
That has to be the most pathetic acting I have ever seen in my life.
I'm beginning to get very frustrated. Uh-oh. Better do something to calm them down and fast. Okay. The Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. Man, I keep doing her voice breathier than I want to do when... Because it probably doesn't come across, because... I know sometimes when I'm doing these things, I've never thought I was a good voice actor in the first place. But the voices I give aren't as distinct as I hear them as being. Which I'm sure is how it is for most people. But with Adrian, I wanted to give her like a bit of like a... not robotic maybe, but kind of robotic. More like emotionless and measured. But it's still a similar cadence to how I'm doing the like breathy ones, and then with Rondelight, Nerd Robot a little bit, yeah. Between her, freaking Rondelight, and Pearl, I'm just, ugh. The urn that was submitted before the court today, it's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Yes. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is a genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say?
again?
Yes. It was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
Is it just the same thing? There's pink paint stains on it. It was dry. Probably the paint marks, right? Comic book splashes. It's a genuine article. None of these feel right, though. Unbox the cigarette urn. It has pink paint stains on it. Because these all talk about the paint. I can't remember if you take damage. So we did this already. It can't be, well, I think sometimes it is the same exact one. But it's a genuine article. One box of the sacred urn in it has pink paint stains on it. Completely dry. The box of sacred urn fits in the gap perfectly. Sure. No. Look, it looks like just a tiny bit of damage, yeah.
So, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Why do you think it was broken recently again?
Well, because, I just think so.
Sorry, but that's not a valid explanation.
The hunter has become the hunted.
Well, it was broken recently. Come on, you know it. Not willing to yield to you on this point. Get a grip, please. Now, I'll ask you one more time, Mr. Wright.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? Okay. Oh. Okay. This must be how. Right. Duh.
Duh, stupid. That was stupid of me. Of course it's one that...
Okay. This poster was made recently, right?
Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit.
The time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
Ah. I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Ah, wait.
For?
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot.
I am Old Testament God.
They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened.
Looks like she's not going to give up that last psych lock so easily.
Do you have any proof that urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor?
Okay. This has got to be one of these two, right? Either the paint marks or the urn box. And I'm going to say it's probably the paint marks here. Because the box here, whether the urn was broken here at Lily Taylor, the box could have been broken there, but the paint marks are here. I'm smelling for someone gave me on my birthday deathbed. Okay, thank God. Well, Miss Andrews?
What is this supposed to mean?
There is pink paint all over this urn. Also, it could be, that might have been one where you can present either one of those. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. I am that is 2 mice within red wall. You do. So many IMs. Can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews.
But,
Uh-oh. He's trying to make her escape.
but you can get pink paint anywhere.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Well, there is in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint.
Come on. This is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is the box. This box. The urn was stored in this, right? I am the superintelligence from I have no mouth and I must scream. Yeah, yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well.
Ah,
I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
yes. More or less.
It looks like it chewed up the link a little bit there. The paint on the floor has an odd shape and print in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright.
Oh, here we go. Oh, man. I miss having a dog. Maybe it's time to consider, like, I'm on a super financially stable point right now, but I don't think my home situation is going to change the way it was going to. Well, because it already changed dramatically anyway, so. That's the other thing that came to mind. It makes sense, though. That's a good way of, yeah, I am. Sacred Urn.
I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn.
Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher.
I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did.
Well, that's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly?
No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
The thing I knew about Raoul was a parody where the mice deal with the Skaven who sorts out their problems. I'll be honest, Donnie. That is a perfect way for you to know about Redwall. That is very you.
It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint.
Classic me, Donnie coded. So I'm going to take a moment here and point out that Katie was 100% right, though. And that, like, yes, Adrian broke the box, but notice pieces of the urn are coming out. You know what's not falling out here? Any sort of packing material. So really, when you stop and think about it, this is really still Maya's fault.
I was in shock.
and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Karain Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. Newspaper is a miracle packing material for all things ceramic. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that's when the I am got changed to Ami?
I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami.
Any sane person? Really, bitch? You gonna play me like that?
But no. Oh, Pearls. You were 8. She's not thinking. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Sacred urn updated in the court record. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. I think it has Ami judging by how it's actually pieced together. I was like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, she actually did the puzzle correctly. Pearl not only misspelled it, but like it very clearly didn't go together. Because like they do a good job. Like you see right here, like very clearly does not work.
But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Ami's face statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. That answers my question. Is this an older question, or... And? I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why. Ah, yeah. Yeah. It's actually probably meant to be Amy, but for some weird... I don't know what this says about me. Because I've always thought of it as Ami. I think because I'm used to Amy being spelled A-M-Y. And now I'm just saying, like, pronouncing it more the Japanese way, right? But that's not... But if I was sticking to Japanese pronunciations, it would be Krain Village, right? Because it's the A and I, you get the I sound, like I. But I say crane because I've always thought it would be more crane because, even though Japanese versus Chinese, but, you know, like crane style, etc. I don't know. I mostly put this as a thing where, like, I played this as a baby, so I just went with whatever pronunciations felt right at the time. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I see. Now it makes perfect sense.
But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl? You can also use different characters and be translated slightly different. This is true, too. Like, I would not be surprised if, like, in the original, these were, like, kanji or something, which, an 8-year-old child would have a hard time with kanji. What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again?
Well then, who was it? Who would have done it, and why?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Ami-Faye's golden statue updated in the court record.
Carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime. Moved again that night. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Do we get... Extends over it, sacred urn, Ron's testimony. I guess this is how we see that there's not splotches on it. Oh wait, no, it's the mask calling card. I'm not sure why it's important to us that we prove... Oh, whatever, we'll get there. Some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. What? Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So now why did another Mask the Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but... it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. All right. Okay. All right. Ooh. Katakana is Kurain. So you were right, Kurain. Okay. See, I kind of figured that was one that they were probably like, it's because the one time, because this is a localization, right? And we make the Japanifornia jokes. But a lot of times they keep more of that stuff when they're going to like a more rural place or something, because they can kind of play along with it a little bit more. So this is an interesting conundrum I find myself in. I didn't realize this was going to be a two-parter. I wonder if this is short enough I can knock out this first. Probably not, though, right? I feel like usually these ones run at least like, even if it's like a part 1 and part 2, it's still usually like 90 or so minutes, which would go a bit long. I think... plus tonight was a bonus night anyways. I just didn't want to be stuck having to wait to go and start right on Larry Butts. Even though, again, I'm being mean to Larry. He's actually an easier voice for me to do because all I'm doing is I sound a little dumb and I pitch my voice down the tiniest bit. So yeah, I think I'll wrap up here. But we'll wrap up this time next time and we'll move on to the third case, which is the worst of the standalone cases in this game. Mostly because it's really stupid. And it doesn't... which is worse, Butts or Cable Guy? Ooh. I'm gonna say... time era is a matter then. Like, early? Not even like... I'm not talking about like when they are as people. Best area is David. Yeah. But like a decade ago, 2015, yeah, or even before then, is one thing versus like now. In the past, I would say Larry Butts is worse, but now, I don't know. Don't have entirely a lot of patience for that kind of comedy the same way anymore. Yeah, this was nice. I was kind of harsh on Larry Butts earlier with the allegations. It seems like he finally, I don't know, maybe it was the localization being weird. But also, there's a lot of writing that goes into these games. Occasionally, you're gonna write weird things for the characters. I think we've noticed this with the fact that, like, across the, like, I don't know, couple thousand lines of Phoenixes I've read so far, there's just been a few lines where he's been weirdly aggressive.
And sometimes that's the case. When you write a lot for one person, they're not always going to be the most consistent. People aren't the most consistent, too. But yeah, I'll do this next week. Wrap this up. The quicker I can get this done, the quicker... Well, that's not my secret to reveal. Katie might have revealed the truth to a couple of us about what her next stream game would have been. But I'll let her do that when she doesn't DM until like an hour into her stream time. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This was still good. I will see you next time. Oh, and since I'm closing early enough, good night, everyone. I don't need to say they have a good day because Sam's not here yet. Not that I mind.